high definition. This is CBS2 News at 6 p.m.
Now at 6, a registered sex offender is back in jail tonight. Witnesses say he might have used an unusual ploy to lure young children. Good evening and thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Susie Sung.
And I'm Juan Fernandez. Our top story here at 6. Police want to know if a registered sex offender had any contact with children on the Huntington Beach Pier. Witnesses called police because they thought he was trying to lure children with his pet parrot. CBS 2's Cara Finstrom reports officers arrested him on a probation violation.
Just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Kai, thank you. Gas prices are soaring here across California, up 40 cents in 2 weeks. That's the second biggest two-week increase ever. And we are now paying more for gas than anyone else in the country. We found gas stations around Studio City with prices well over $4 a gallon. One man paid almost $100 to fill up his pickup truck. In LA County, the average price for a gallon of self-serve unleaded gas is now $3.90 a gallon. In Orange County, it's $3.89 a gallon. And in the Inland Empire, drivers are paying $3.88 a gallon. The White House says it's considering the rare step of tapping into the country's emergency oil reserve to combat the rising fuel costs. But some experts and economists say the oil reserves should be saved for a true emergency.
Tonight.
Looking good throughout the rest of the work week as well. Juan, Susie, back to you.
All right, Kai, thank you. So a little road bump, not a big deal, right?
78 sounds good to me. Yeah.
Sure does. All right, Gary Miller is here now with the preview of what's coming up next in sports. Gary?
Speaking of sounding and looking good, the Lakers likely.
Well, if you're a little superstitious, you might think spilling coffee on a fan is great luck for the Lakers, don't you think?
A little different outcome for Ron Artest last time. There was beverages spilled in the stands that he became famous for, but it was a great.
Very cool.
All right, Gary, thank you. And thank you for watching CBS 2 News at 6. Remember, we're always on at CBSLA.com.
And here's a last look at the CBS 2 Doppler. We'll be keeping an eye on the weather all night long. According to Kai, some showers and wild winds are moving in. We'll have full coverage on CBS 2 News at 11.
Right now on CBS 2, our Laura Diaz hosts Eye on Our Community, taking back the classroom. Hope you have a great night. We'll see you back here at 11.
Good night.
In high definition, this is KCAL9 News at 9.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Juan Fernandez. Our top story here at 9 o'clock, the weather. Showers are headed our way, and don't be surprised if you hear the wind howling tonight. KCAL9's Kai Goldberg joins us now with what's in store for the Southland. Kai?
Hello, Juan. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Coming up in the forecast. Juan, back to you.
Good deal, Kai. Thank you. If you filled up your car, truck, or SUV this weekend, you probably felt the pain at the pump. Gas prices in the Southland have hit their highest level in 2.5 years. Well, right now, we are paying more for gas than anyone else in the country. Today in Studio City, we found one man who paid $100 just to fill up his pickup truck. And as of today, the average price for a gallon of self-serve unleaded in Los Angeles County is $3.90. In Orange County, it's $3.89 a gallon, and in the Inland Empire, Riverside, San Bernardino County area, the average price is $3.88. We are paying about 15 cents more for a gallon of gas than we did last weekend, nearly 50 cents more than last month, and get this, close to $1 more than this time last year. Well, as gas prices rise, a new option could be on the table. The Obama administration may be considering tapping into the nation's strategic oil reserve. KCAL9's Cheryl Atkinson shows us how that might affect prices. A candlelight vigil was held tonight for Bell City Council candidate Miguel Sanchez. He died suddenly on Friday night of complications from the flu. Sanchez was only 34 years old. Well, with the election coming up next Tuesday, he'd been campaigning, sometimes in the rain. He didn't have health insurance, so he waited to get medical attention. He was rushed to a hospital Friday morning and died later that day. Sanchez's name will be on Tuesday's ballot. If he is chosen by voters, it is still unclear how that seat will be filled. A massive earthquake rocks South America. We'll have details on that next. And some of our local firefighters returned from New Zealand today. They've spent the last week helping with disaster relief after a deadly earthquake there. And a local professor says he knows a way to bring billions of dollars to the state's education system. He says oil companies should pay, but for what? We'll explain just ahead. And Mother Nature's fury tears a southern town apart. A tornado blows down homes and causes chaos. We'll show you the damage that was done. First, though, we'll look at the top stories on our website right now. KCAL9.com is always on. We'll be right back. strong earthquake shook northern Chile this morning. It was centered 40 miles east of the port city of Arica near the border with Peru. The 6.2 magnitude quake sent people running out of buildings. No one was hurt, but some homes sustained some minor damage. The quake triggered rock slides on a road that connects Chile to Bolivia. Chile is still recovering from last year's massive quake that killed more than 500 people.
You're watching KCAL9 News at 9.
Thousands of people took part today in the Susan G. Komen 15th annual Race for the Cure. Nearly 10,000 people gathered at Dodger Stadium early this morning. The annual event raises money for breast cancer services and research. KCAL9's Stephanie Abrams has some stories of survival. It is in March. Looks great, Kai. Thanks. Still ahead, the next time you grocery shop, you might want to think about how far those plastic bags can go. One couple is using them to help the homeless. See what they're doing coming up. And later, some firefighters are accused of taking a drunken joyride in a fire truck. Find out what happened coming up. But first, let's check those winning lotto numbers for you. The Daily 3 is 603. Tonight's Daily 4 numbers are 7078. And finally, a look at the Fantasy 5 numbers for tonight. They are 7, 11, 21, 29, and 39. Good luck.
You're watching KCAL9 News at 9.
The oil industry may be forced to pump money into California's cash-strapped education system. A college professor is spearheading the push for a new drilling fee that would go to the state's schools. It's an idea that is already working in other states.
School already as it is pretty expensive, and it's just the money's not there right now.
Cypress College freshman Gabriel Cepeda is working and going to school full-time. He says he has no choice. But a measure that could soon be on the ballot would help change all that.
We call it a fee. It's actually a fee. It's not applied broadly. So it's an oil extraction fee on each barrel of oil taken out of California's ground by the oil companies. And that comes out to about $3.5 billion per year if you add up all the barrels of oil in California.
Political science professor Peter Matthews is the man behind the proposal. California is the third largest oil-producing state in the United States and has no such fee. Alaska charges companies 25%, Texas 12.5%, all which goes back to colleges and universities. In California's case, if passed, it would affect all students from kindergarten through college. Is tuition a big deal right now?
Yeah, I also have my brother goes here, so my parents are paying for 2 kids in school right now.
Part of the proposal will also prohibit oil companies from passing on the cost to the consumer. There was no increase in gas price when Texas and Alaska imposed the fees. In fact, gas there is still 30 to 60 cents cheaper a gallon than in California. Matthews will submit the proposal to the state attorney general on Monday.
Within a month or less, we should have it circulating, and we'll have about 150 days to gather about 504,000 signatures.
And you can expect to hear more about this issue in the coming months as proponents take to social media like Facebook and Twitter to rally support. Well, coming up next, a tragic story out of Louisiana. A mother dies trying to protect her baby from a tornado. We'll show you where this happened and how the town is trying to recover from the deadly storm. And a celebration turns into tragedy. A fire breaks out in a home where partygoers were having a good time, killing about half a dozen people. Stay with us. KCAL9 News will continue in just a bit.